Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho ho, it's me, Gary Francis Post, back at it again with a new episode of the Boy Time Podcast, and as always, I'm joined by Babby and Babjab. Well, not always. Paul's dead, so we had to sub him out. So
we got bench players over here.
We got bench players. Babjab couldn't make it. I couldn't tell you what would have happened. Would have been bad.
That would have been a boring podcast.
Would have been DEFCON 1.
Do you want to listen to two idiots talk about things? Go to the main channel, you dummies.
True that.
How does it feel being dead for 3 years, Gary?
Pretty good.
That was a reference to the Zodiac Killer for those of you who didn't get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I always pick a very topical name that will age horribly when the podcast comes out. It's a little bit of an inside joke that I do for myself. And now that I've explained it, it's funnier. Although, I have seen some articles recently, within the past couple days after that story broke, that the FBI is denying that guy is the Zodiac Killer.
Interesting.
So
Ted Cruz is still...
Ted Cruz is still in the running, that's correct.
Okay, good.
So, there's a little bit of bright news in an otherwise dismal week.
True.
It wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad.
What do they even use as evidence, to suggest that it was Gary? I didn't read into it that much.
I don't know a whole lot about it.
This dude literally got arrested in 2008, by the way.
Yeah. I think it's the only thing that I've seen, I haven't looked into it a lot either, but there's a lot of the side-by-side photos of the sketch, the police sketch of the Zodiac Killer and this guy's mugshot, and they have the same forehead scars, and it's pretty distinctive. Yeah. But I probably could have multiple people have the same scars. I don't know. I'm not a forensic detective.
I'd do facial reconstruction surgery if I was him.
True.
Although he was leaving movie reviews for other serial killers, so I don't know if he was being super careful.
That's true. We should probably mention that it was a review for the Ted Bundy movie starring Zac Efron. Someone with the name Gary Francis Post left a review that said that Ted Bundy was overrated in 2016. So this isn't someone just cashing in on the fact that the Zodiac Killer was revealed. Whoever it is actually either has this name or, I don't know, came up with it. Or it's just a funny coincidence. But it's kind of funny to imagine the Zodiac Killer leaving a review for the Ted Bundy movie and being like, this Ted Bundy guy's overrated. That Zodiac Killer guy is so hot and cool. That's not what he said.
Freaking Kevin Durant burner Twitter accounts all over.
Yeah. So, aside from that absolute bombshell, how was your guys this week? Huh?
Yes.
Great. Fantastic?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Me too. We got a lot of great, absolute...
I'm never giving you an answer. You keep doing it, though.
Hey, I'm just trying to welcome the people back. They care about our well-being. They care about our safety, what we've been up to.
They just want us to release the Black Country New Road video.
Oh, buzz off.
Our well-being.
It is edited.
It is edited.
Frankly, if we wanted to release it tonight, we could do that.
No, we're not going to do that.
We could, theoretically. We could just post it.
It'll be out by the time this episode's posted.
Oh. Never mind then.
Maybe.
I don't know. Getting a little backlogged with the edits, so
we're chilling.
We're okay. It's just stressing me out, but
Good.
That's okay. Now I know what you have been experiencing this whole time.
Remember, every album you have to pain your way through. I have to edit, so
I guess it's really a trade-off.
It balances out.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I'll get to it. just not going to happen this weekend. I got too much stuff to do, and frankly, not enough time to do it. Speaking of chores, let's talk about the podcast. And specifically the news that happened this week, because we got a lot of things to cover. It's been a slam dunk of a week. This one is going to be a slam dunk of an episode. I've been kind of falling off with the basketball metaphors, saying it's a layup or a 3-point half-court shot. This one is a straight-up slam dunk. Frankly, the most impressive shot that can ever be done, I think. Would you guys agree as resident basketball stans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you got to have mad hops to do a slam dunk. You don't need anything to do like a shot from the other side of the court.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
No skill.
That's right. But, we'll save our across the court backwards 3-point shot for later when it's a little bit more exciting. There's just a lot of stuff to talk about. And luckily for BabJab, not all of it is a niche experience that just me and Babby had. So that's cool, fun, and quirky, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with gaming news. Now, I mentioned a couple weeks ago that during the Nintendo Direct, they announced that they were going to be announcing the last Smash Brothers character on the 5th of October.
Yeah, that did happen this week.
That did happen this week, a mere 4 days ago.
Gamers are angry.
Gamers are absolutely furious, except for the ones that aren't, which is the vast majority of Smash players.
They don't get very angry very often.
Not usually. They just don't like it when pedophiles get taken out of the gaming community.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was some speculation about who it was going to be. Some of them seemed realistic, some of them did not. I'm looking at you, Kratos believers out there. I don't know why you guys thought that would happen. But, I think the big ones were Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I saw Rayman getting thrown around a lot. I think a lot of people wanted Waluigi, which I wanted Waluigi. That would have been great. And then I think Doom Guy and Master Chief were kind of, neck and neck. It turned out to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which I wasn't super pumped on, but Sakurai revealed in the live stream that there was a survey that was conducted in I think 2015, 2016 for the Wii U 3DS Smash Brothers, for it's what DLC characters would you like to come to the game? And Sora was the number one response to that. They had never released the answers to that survey, and they finally did, and it's Sora. They added him as the last character to finish it off. And I saw a very funny tweet that kind of encapsulated my feelings on the whole thing. I think someone said, after all this time, Nintendo revealed that what Smash players want is an anime sword fighter. Yeah.
That has never happened.
Everyone always complains about them, but then the most requested character is an anime sword fighter.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. It looks fine. The actual gameplay form actually looks good, which I guess is good for the Kingdom Hearts people. A little bit sad for the Minecraft gamers out there. Unless you like resource management in a fighting game, but that's not my jam. So that was a big thing. I don't really care. I know this will make a lot of people happy, so whatever. Good for you guys.
Have fun with your anime sword fighter number 33.
Yeah.
I will just continue to main villager.
Exactly. Even I was super excited when they added Banjo, and I don't think Banjo's a very good player or a good character to main, unfortunately. But I haven't really played with him very much, so shows what I know. But enough about that stupid stuff. Let's talk about some real gamer shit.
Yes, dude.
And I can swear now because Paul's not here.
Paul's not here.
No snitches.
No snitches. Well, Paul just does this really funny and quirky thing where he just says no swearing every time I
It's
swear.
hilarious.
It's really funny, and I'm really glad that he does it all the time. He's a real censorer. Anyways, Rockstar, everyone's favorite game company, announced a brand new remaster of the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy, which is 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. This had been rumored for quite a long time. I think I reported on it maybe a month and a half ago. That it had been circulating the deep underbellies of IGN and Kotaku leaks. So it was officially announced. I don't think we ever got a date or any release window. But potentially, that's good news. Those games have not aged the best. So
True. A lot of times you can't even play them because it uses games for Windows Live.
I don't remember. I know Grand Theft Auto 4 uses games for Windows Live. I don't remember if San Andreas
I think
does.
San Andreas did as well.
You know, that would make sense.
Vice City's probably good.
Yeah, I haven't played any of them. So that
I tried
I'd
San
like
Andreas and it wouldn't work. So
Yeah, I did too. So I'm glad that this is a thing. I would like to know what's the deal with the train level. I've never played it before.
I need to know.
Now I'll know.
Why do we have to follow the train?
I don't know. What's the deal with his order from the KFC? Why is it so funny? I guess we'll never know. I guess we will know in a couple years, probably. Or next year, I don't know.
It's coming out like next year or end of this year. Or yeah, next year. Because it is end of this year.
Yeah. It's already October, you dunce.
I think they said next year.
Really?
Oh, did they?
It sounded like it was coming recent, like pretty quick.
You know what? I believe you, but I'm going to double check.
Yeah, make sure I'm wrong.
No.
This is all
So
this is
probably
all
is.
to lead up to GTA 5 expanded.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Were
coming
they,
out this year.
Oh, I was right.
Later this year.
Cool. Doubting
Um,
myself even. That's crazy.
Well, if that's the case, I wouldn't expect a like a Blue Point remaster. This might just be a bump it up to 1080p, make the resolution.
They're making it playable
Yeah.
because it has not aged well. I don't. There's some visual improvements, but they're not like GTA 5ing it.
Okay.
They're trying to keep it like traditional but playable,
That's fine.
which I'm cool with.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't know if I would want them taking resources away from the new GTA 6, which is gonna come out eventually, I guess.
Before I die.
Before I die, unless I get hit by a bus tomorrow, in which case
Whoa.
I will never
These guys
play
will never hear
GTA
this
6.
podcast.
If I died tomorrow, would you still upload this podcast?
No, because you're recording it.
So you wouldn't. I'm
So I
gonna
wouldn't have the footage.
That's messed up.
write in my will that you get my hard drive.
Okay.
It's just so you can
Then I
edit
will.
this.
Yeah.
Just don't look at all of my porn.
Okay.
So I will probably be playing this trilogy. I also saw that Rockstar is planning to remove the original ones from PC. So
Good.
if you want
Don't
the
worry.
original ports for some reason, buy them now because they aren't going to remove them from your Steam library. But if you're, I don't know, I'm thinking of a very specific word, collectors or something like that. Purists,
Elitists.
elitists, chauvinists,
Marxists.
Marxists, then you should probably get the original one before it's pulled off of Steam. Unless that's not the case and someone lied to me. In which case, I didn't tell you how to spend your money, and you can't sue me or tell anyone that I said otherwise. Speaking of otherwise, we have some Who Asked for This news.
Let's go.
Everyone's favorite segment of the podcast, and my favorite segment of the podcast, frankly, because we get to yell at studios and say, "Why did you do this, you stupid idiot?" Speaking of stupid idiots, that 70s show a very beloved sitcom from the 90s, who propelled one of the biggest movie stars of the century, Topher Grace, into international stardom, is getting a spin-off show set in the 90s.
Finally.
I know. Oh, so are you a big fan of this?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
I'm from Wisconsin, so I feel like I should have an invested interest. But
that is true. It's one of the only shows set in Wisconsin. So I think it's set in the 90s. I think that the people who play Topher Grace's parents are going to be reprising their role, and it follows them and Topher Grace and his love interest through the show's daughter as they visit their grandparents in Podunk, Wisconsin, and they have fun in the 90s listening to Nirvana and pissing and coming and shitting.
Yeah, but in the 90s.
But in the 90s,
but in
though.
the 90s, so it's cooler.
It is cooler. It's definitely more wacky.
Yes. And unique.
And if they don't call it that 90s show, I'm going to kill Topher Grace. I don't think he had anything to do with it, but I'm going to do that. Okay. For the record.
On record, this is a threat.
On record, this is a legal threat towards Topher Grace. If the That 70s Show spinoff is called That 90s Show, you can lock me up and throw away the key. I am a danger to Topher Grace's life.
I'm not involved with this, man.
My first day here. I just got here.
It's true.
Oh, frick. I probably shouldn't be...
This might be Babjo's first podcast in the new channel, actually.
Is it really?
It might be.
Oh, frick. We've been doing this for a long time. I guess Babjeb hasn't been on in a long time, too. That's fine. Speaking of fine, let's talk about the miscellaneous news we have this week. I guess you could kind of categorize this as movie and TV show news, but frankly, it's both of those, and I didn't want to talk about it twice. Are you guys familiar with the IATSE?
You're going to have to speak English here.
The
Is that an acronym?
It is an
abbreviation?
acronym. It's an abbreviation of sorts.
Whatever English word you want to throw at it.
I think they both mean
sense.
the same thing.
Informal.
Okay.
Informal, yeah.
But no, I don't know what it means.
Okay. That stands for the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. That is the biggest union for film, TV, and stage shows.
I do know about this news. That's crazy.
Yes. They approved a strike almost unanimously. 98% of its members approved a strike demanding better working hours, livable wages for even the lowest paid crafts, a guaranteed weekend, and rest when the set is not live, which I think is a great thing, because that was what drove me out of the industry. So
We do love unions.
yeah, this is a good move. There is one other thing that I'm actually not a big fan of, and I don't know if you guys will be either. They also demand that workers for new media streaming services get paid less, even if the budget is the same as a Hollywood blockbuster.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they threw that one in.
That is weird.
That just kind of reeks of like the Scorsese, like Marvel movies aren't real movies, or like Netflix movies aren't real movies. If it's only a real movie if it's on that silver screen. It's like, no, that doesn't matter.
It's literally the future, and will make your theaters go bankrupt. So
yeah. So that one's a little bit weird, but all the other stuff I'm very excited for. I'm glad that people will get paid better and get more time off. Because if you aren't familiar with the filming schedule, it's crazy. It's like 5 or 6 12-hour days a week. Like, I think when I was going through it, they were like, fully expect to show up on set at 6 and then work until 6 p.m. and then go to bed at 8 so you can get up at 4. and then you have to drive through LA traffic or Atlanta traffic, wherever you are. And it's like, that sounds like the worst thing ever. And then you get like one or two if you're lucky, one day to relax and recuperate. And then I was like, I don't think I want to do that. Plus, I'm not like competitive at all, so I should just not be in this business. So I'm glad that now I'm a teacher, which is not competitive at all.
Which still gets shafted.
That is true.
A little bit less.
A little bit less. I just won't be rich and famous. So I think these are good changes. I'm glad that, well, hopefully something comes of this. I guess we don't know the outcome.
This is like the biggest week for striking. And I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard of any other strikes. What else has
Kellogg's has a massive strike.
Oh, really? I have not heard of this.
Yes.
Massive,
huge strike wanting living wages for factory workers and stuff. Among probably like 6 or 7 other strikes. So.
Okay.
Get your bag, kings and queens.
Go off.
Go off.
I'm for the little man.
The little man.
I hate the big man. So, good news.
Big Kellogg's.
Kellogg's.
On the industry.
But suffice to say that this strike is probably going to negatively impact, TV and television, within like the next couple years. If you're familiar with the writer's strike in the late 2000s, there's a lot of bad movies that came out in 2007 and 2008 because all the good writers went on strike because they wanted living wages. So my guess is that we're going to see a lot of crap coming out within the next couple of years, but it's worth it.
It is worth it.
But, just throwing it out there. There's going to be some bad stuff coming out, probably. Okay, that was the miscellaneous news. Next up, we have some show news. This is show news / discussion. I'll get through the news bit first.
Crack my knuckles. I'm going to get ready for this.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with the YouTube internet personality Scott the Waz?
Yeah, I know who he is. I don't watch him actively.
Me neither.
His episodes are going to be aired on television.
Oh.
We don't know what channel or where, or when, I guess. We just know that Scott the Waz episodes are going to be put somewhere on TV. Don't ask me where. I actually really like Scott the Waz. I think he's a very funny man, and I like watching his videos a lot. So good for him. Get the bag, I guess. Kind of weird to see him blow up. I'm used to seeing him in his small room in Ohio, which yuck, by the way. But just throwing it out there. So that was a little bit of show news. The second bit of show news is a controversial show news.
Oh no.
Ooh. We're probably going to have to throw hands and block each other on the internet. But
cracking my knuckles. I'm getting ready.
Okay. The new...
Cracking my toe knuckles.
Okay, good. The new Dave Chappelle, new and last Dave Chappelle special, dropped on Netflix. This is the last one in his Netflix runner. So he said that he's going to be taking a break from comedy for a while, wanting to, I don't know. This thing was a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. It came out and kind of immediately faced backlash, more so than any of his other specials have, in fact. Not surprisingly, there's a lot of jokes in here that frankly go over the line that I've, further past the line that I've seen him go in the last couple specials. And I think, especially riding off the coattails of 846, I think this was a little jarring for people who knew him from that.
Which is not a lot of people.
Not a lot of people, but there's a lot of memes of there's this one person in the crowd. I think she's known colloquially as the blue-haired girl in the Dave Chappelle special, and she's not laughing. She has a very stern look about her, and it's like she probably knew him from 846, and then didn't know that he's a little bit racy. But what did I think about their special? I have mixed feelings. I think a lot of his stuff is bad. Like there's some negative things he says, but also I can see why he thinks the way he does. Especially being Dave Chappelle and the history of that whole thing. I don't think it's really a surprise that I wouldn't say he's transphobic. I know a lot of people are throwing that around. But, he has some opinions on them. Not all of them are positive. But, I don't know. Babby, you saw it too. What did you think?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. This was garbage.
Wow. Okay.
I laughed maybe like 5 or 6 times. There was some good bits.
Yeah.
It felt like I was sitting at the dinner table with my conservative family for an hour.
Yeah.
It was like jokes that like literally are the bottom of the barrel. And are just like, okay, I've heard this a million times. It's not funny. I mean, his timing makes it work sometimes because he is a god on timing and callbacks.
Yeah.
Which I think is where the best material came from.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, this felt like very complaining and whiny.
Yeah.
Longer than it needed to be. Because Sticks and Stones, he does the same thing, but Sticks and Stones is leagues ahead of this.
Yeah.
Everything felt classy in Dave Chappelle's classy way, where it's not at all, but it's like, well put together and everything. This one, I did not see that. He felt very like he was trying to not spark controversy, but like combat the people that were going after him.
Yeah.
In a weird way by just focusing on them for honestly more than half the special.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. I guess thematically it works with his other Netflix specials, but this was probably the worst one.
I would agree. I don't think this is probably his worst one.
Yeah, and I love Dave Chappelle. He's like my favorite comedian.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of stand-up usually, but this one was a big yikes. A lot of his comments felt really misguided, even though I can understand his perspective. Mm-hmm. It felt really weird to hang on it for that long.
Yeah.
And then pull the ultimate, I have a black friend, so I'm not racist at the end was kind of a weird move.
Yeah.
And then to dead name someone on a super serious topic was kind of stupid. Didn't have a lot of comedic effect. It felt like the timings were a little awkward because he does the thing where he'll be like really funny and then serious and then bring it back. He does that a lot, but this one didn't really land that well. I don't know. A lot of it, like, he seems really misguided on the topic. Not to challenge his perspective, even though I don't agree with it. He didn't seem like he handled it well, or like in a way that a comedy special usually does with that kind of thing.
No.
Even like the DaBaby comments, where it's like DaBaby killed a guy in Walmart and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Not true.
Yeah.
Plus, DaBaby killed the guy in self-defense. It's not like he just killed someone. Like, he was protecting his family in a Walmart because a gang member saw him at Walmart and was going to go after him. So you can't really count self-defense as just murking someone in Walmart.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I understand his... I liked his bit about, like, the gay community now versus back then.
Yeah.
And I do think people need to get thicker skin in terms of that because especially Twitter is turning into Tumblr really fast. Mm-hmm. It's not something I like to see because Tumblr people are the absolute worst.
Mm-hmm. I thought that bit where he was like, there was like that I don't remember what was going on, but there was like a gay person at a restaurant, and he was gay until he needed to be white, and he like called the police on Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting to like try to dig into his mind on it, because I think he is like justified in a lot of his personal politics, but the way he attacks the trans community is really strange. It's kind of like I'm black and I've been oppressed, so you don't have the right to be as oppressed as I am. It seems like he's playing like the balance game for some reason. And even when he brought up like, you know, the whole Daphne thing, it's like, okay, you humanized her a little bit, but then you can like continue to dead name her and still not even like do the, because a lot of it, it's like, I love Chappelle when he makes fun of white people. That's my favorite thing in the world. Those bits are always like amazing, but it's like, you know, laughing with.
Yeah.
And with this one, it feels like he wasn't even like doing that. He was just like, oh, a woman with the dick. Whoa. For like 45 minutes. That was the only thing he went on about.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, my conservative family could say funnier things about that than you can. It's like the same thing. And I hate that. Like, that's the kind of comedy where I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not even smart. Like, if he was more clever about it, maybe I'd feel differently. But yeah, there were some good bits. I feel like the gay community stuff was a little bit more playful. And I think he has, you can tell just the way he delivers jokes, he's a lot more comfortable about that.
Yeah.
And the gay rights kind of push forward is becoming a lot more normalized, which makes sense. But yeah, it felt really misguided and weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. He did feel a little bit like antagonistic towards the trans community, which is weird. I'll just say that. Like, he's kind of doing what he's like accusing them of doing, where it's like, yeah, you guys are both marginalized people. It's like, why are you attacking them just because they're attacking you? That doesn't like, or they're not even attacking Dave Chappelle. He's said, like, you know, nothing to the level that he said on The Closer and his other specials about the trans community.
Yeah.
I felt like in the other specials it was a little more playful, not
For
as...
Sure. This one was like accusatory for the whole time.
Yeah, and it was way too much.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Like, if I feel like he has to bring it up just because it's become such a thing with him now, and like some people only know him for that.
It before the controversy started, but I didn't expect it to be for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's like most of it, which isn't like what I love Chappelle for. Like, my favorite Chappelle special is, I think it's called The Bird Revelation. It's the one where he's in like this really small like comedy club, and he's just shooting the shit with the crowd and like doing. It's that story about the pimp, where he's like the number of tricks, and it's like so interesting because he's just a great storyteller. But then you compare that with like this, and it's like that. It's a far cry from
Man
grace.
yells at cloud.
Yeah. I saw a funny tweet that said Chappelle's one special away from making an Apache helicopter joke. I'm like, yeah, that's
I was surprised he didn't make one, to be honest.
Yeah. It's like,
because that was the level of like humor that was going on.
Yeah. I think it's a good idea to take a break.
Yes, I would agree.
I'm
just surprised that he didn't find any other content to talk about in this current climate. That's the one thing he got stuck on.
Yeah. I mean, like, bring it up, because, like, I think he kind of needs to.
Oh, of course, bring it up. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Sticks and Stones worked pretty well with it, even if it's still kind of weird. It's not nearly like this, because there was humor in a lot of those.
Mm-hmm. And even, like, in Sticks and Stones, it's like, it felt like jokes. And, like, it's it's a lot of like his thing back then was like, you need to learn how to laugh at yourself. Like it's kind of a ridiculous situation. And it's like, if you write it down on paper and like, you know, like trans wasn't as like it wasn't a thing. And then you just like write down that on paper. And it's like, it's a weird concept, but like, it's a real thing that people deal with. And he's just like trying to make a light of it, which is like fine if you want to do that, I guess. But you also have to back that up with like being respectful about it, which he wasn't really.
He's not.
He wasn't on this one.
No.
And I think, I don't know. I don't know Dave Chappelle. I don't know how he is, you know, in Podunk, Ohio, which is like hippie city, Ohio, not like, you know, everywhere else, Ohio. But I don't know. I think it's good for him to take a break if he keeps wanting to do stuff like 846 and like that stuff works really well for him. I think he's a great like leader in the community when he steps up like that. But yeah, why don't you just sit this one out? Let Bo come back. Let Bo come back. I think Mulaney's gonna start coming back too. So I think we're good for now.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
When you have conservatives on Twitter, when like if the conservatives watched any of your specials, they absolutely despise you, then I think it's time to take a break.
Yeah. And it kind of harkens back. I watched Chappelle on there's that new Letterman show on Netflix. Mm-hmm. He got Chappelle on. And Chappelle talks about why he stopped doing his show. Because, you know, for those who don't know, Chappelle had his own sketch comedy show in the early...
Be living under a rock because he brings it up every 10 minutes.
He sure does. But, you know, he doesn't really go into the reasoning for it. I don't think he's ever brought it up on a special. Where he's hinted
he hasn't
at
brought
it.
It up on a special. No.
Yeah. But he isn't like too public about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sketch comedy thing. The network wanted to renew him, but he walked away and basically became an industry outcast until very recently. There was a very long gap where nobody was talking about Dave Chappelle for like 15 years. So on Letterman, he was talking about why he left the show. And a lot of his jokes on the Chappelle show kind of revolved around like poking fun at the black community, which was, you know, fine. It's something that he can relate to and, you know, fits that target demographic for what he was going for. But a lot of the people who worked on the show were like middle-aged white guys, and he would like do these jokes about like, you know, stereotypical black people in the early 2000s, and like the crew would laugh a little too hard. And he was like, this is wrong. I'm like, you know, adding fuel to the fire of adding stereotypes to my people, just like all this kind of stuff. And he was like, that's when I knew I needed to walk away. And it's so weird to compare that to like this trans stuff where people are laughing for the wrong reasons and he's not backing down. I saw something where he did an interview after this whole thing has blown up. And he said, if this is what being canceled feels like, then I love it. And it's like, that is the wrong thing to say, Dave.
Okay,
Chappelle.
Kanye.
Yeah. So, yeah, not his best showing.
No. Cancel culture doesn't really even exist unless you're in an industry.
Yeah.
People get mad at you on Twitter and don't support you anymore. That's literally Twitter. It doesn't exist. A lot of those people weren't watching you anyways.
True.
Cancel culture only exists when you're part of a big corporation. And even then, it's not even really cancel culture. It's just consequences for your actions.
Yeah.
So it's not like an end-all, be-all. It's like, I'm going to get canceled if I say this.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It was weird. Especially since the Letterman thing came out like a couple years ago. Or maybe it was even last year. I think it was during the quarantine. Like, he did the David Letterman interview like in the same spot he did 826. So like it was probably like right around the same time. So yeah, just it's weird. I don't know how you can jump from one to the other. But I would like, you know, take a couple years off, have a come to Jesus moment, or, well, no, wait,
No,
Muslim.
he doesn't need to change anything. He just needs to not hang on a topic for long enough where he just outs himself.
Yeah, I think he just needs to get over this.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that he's let it kind of consume him.
It's affecting him.
Yeah.
Just strange when it's just another human being trying to live just like him. There's a lot of similarities there, which is very strange on why this is a thing.
Yeah.
But
it's fine. It's fine. It's just weird, you know, because, you know, Bo took a long time off too. And he came out more woke than he was when he left.
I mean, a pandemic in the U.S. will do that to you. But
well, I mean, he was gone way before the pandemic.
Yeah, I know he was.
So, whatever. Yeah, that was good conversation.
Bad special, good conversation.
That's right. That being said, I will be listening to Dave Chappelle on the new rock featured rap album that The Rock is going to be doing. Yes. They're going to be very interesting and cool. Hey, speaking of that rock feature on the remix, let's get into music news.
Okay.
Hosted by you, baby.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Yeah, The Rock had a rap debut with Tech Nine and some other people.
Yay or nay?
It was weird.
Was it better or worse than
Tech
Moana?
Nine. It's probably worse than Moana because he slaps on the Moana soundtrack.
That is true.
But I mean, he's got the voice for rapping.
Okay.
Because he's The Rock. He's intense.
He sure is. Could you hear his eyebrows move?
Yeah, it's true. His eyebrows move. I've heard that he's a big Tech Nine stan, which makes sense on why he's on that.
Yeah.
But I don't really like Tech Nine to begin with. So
Wow.
It was gym rap, and I'm not really into gym rap.
Oh.
So
I don't even know what that means.
You know, like gym bros would like pump it while freaking lifting 400. You know.
I see. Yeah.
That's that pre-workout rap.
Mm-hmm.
Protein shake. Yeah. But I mean, it was interesting. It was better than anything Vin Diesel's come out with. So.
Wait, Vin Diesel raps?
He makes music.
What? How have I not heard about this?
I thought you knew about it, to be honest.
Oh, what the frick? 2
It's not good.
songs in 2020?
Yeah, it's not good.
Wow.
I think The Rock did it better.
Wow. He's the better in the feud anyways.
Yeah, it's true. But that happened.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got? We got Alchemist EP. We got James Blake. And we got Don Toliver this week. Guess I'll start with The Alchemist. This thing of ours 2. The sequel to the one that came out this year. I think it's just as good as the first one. I don't know if I could really say one's better than the other. Features are a lot more varied on this one, which I like. Ben Staples' one's pretty cool. The Z Loopers one's maybe my favorite. Bruiser Brigade track's pretty cool. Hearing Danny Brown and Alchemist is pretty sick. But that was pretty good. Quality as always. I feel like Alchemist and Griselda, whenever I talk about them, I don't have much to say because there's a level of quality that it hits every time. So I don't really need to get into it.
Yeah, we get it.
Don Toliver, I didn't listen to all of it, but it seemed pretty decent. A lot of it seemed kind of like the same-ish, though.
Wow.
I think he's in that Lil Baby spot where he's close. I think Lil Baby's hit that point now where he's like breaking through and really getting there. But Don Toliver can get there probably. I would think.
Hopefully.
But there was too much of kind of like the same kind of R&B type trap sound. And I'm like, I don't know if I need to listen to all of this right now.
Mm.
I might come back to it later. But I think James Blake steals the show this week. Definitely. Yeah, it's great. I'm sure Babjab's heard it already.
Yes.
I haven't.
Listen to it.
Really?
This man's magical. Harmonies are on a different level than everybody else. It's crazy.
I like that.
Yeah. It's very it's James Blake. You're gonna get like beautiful music.
I don't know who James Blake is. Fill me
He wrote
in.
Godspeed.
Oh, I like that song.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'll like him probably. But production's pretty sick. He layers his vocals perfectly. The Jid song's pretty cool. It doesn't belong like where it is. It's weird sequencing, but Jid and James Blake, two of the smoothest in their categories, work pretty well. Yeah, I don't know if I can dig too deep into this one yet because it just came out, but pretty beautiful. Production's insane. Loving it.
Good.
We also got a Soccer Mommy and Caro Caro Bonedo song.
Oh yeah, it showed up in my for you.
Yeah. Kind of cool. I don't know how well they mesh together, to be honest, but it does sound like a song that would be on Wii Sports. So I think that's what Soccer Mommy was going for.
Yeah, that's the cover.
And it's the cover. So.
Yeah.
Cool, I guess. Don't know where Soccer Mommy's going with this. I don't know if this is an album or what's happening, but I'm interested, I guess. Conway has a new single, Shady Records debut or second album or something coming soon.
Conway Twitty?
Yeah, Conway Twitty.
Oh.
I guess Griselda stuff just doesn't stop, so we'll have another Conway album probably by the end of the month, if I were to guess. And then I think they're still on the contract where they're just leaving after this one album, since they signed with freaking Eminem's record label and then got huge before that happened, and then immediately pulled out.
Oh,
which is kind of baller, and a good move. So, but people have been waiting for this one for a long time. I'm interested as well. I need to hear it. And I think JPEG Mafia is very close to releasing the album.
how close?
People for some reason got it in their brains that they thought it was coming out this Friday. I'm like, he didn't say anything.
Oh,
It could be next Friday. I think it's coming out in October. He seems like he's ready to just release it. So, but I am very much anticipating that.
good.
I feel like there's more this week.
Silk Sonic, you coward.
Yes, Silk Sonic. That is the one. I was like, there's a big piece of news that I'm missing. Silk Sonic. They are releasing the album this year.
Yeah.
Thank God. It's the summer album that's coming out in fall, but it's better than coming out in the dead of winter.
Yep.
Yeah, November. What is it?
12th.
12th. Okay.
Yep.
So
About a
expect
month
your first
from this
reaction
one coming up.
on the Boy Time channel.
Oh, okay.
Happening.
You're just gonna announce that without running it by me, huh?
I saw no world where you said no to that. So
yeah.
apparently it's only 8 songs.
What?
So, yeah.
I've already heard a fourth of this thing,
Y'all
and I
been
had to
teasing
wait
it.
like a year.
Yeah.
What a coward.
That's supposedly. It could be more, but if it is this tight, then it's going to be like really, really good because there probably will be. I expect no duds if it's only 8 songs.
Yeah.
And what they've given us so far is pretty sick. So
That's true.
but it is coming this year, which is
I'm
good.
excited.
That's what everybody expected. Then they already kind of missed the summer deadline.
And then they were like, actually, it's going to come out in January. My dad broke his knee.
Drake broke his knee, so we need to take it until January next year.
We got recruited to be his in-home specialist to help him recover. Sorry, guys. We can't mix and master this album.
But I was hoping for like maybe 11 songs,
Yeah.
just because that gives enough room to have like a feature or two,
Yeah.
and make it feel still like their album. But we'll see.
Well, they got to get Bootsy on there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Probably. I mean, he was in the intro, but I want him like on an actual song.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It should be good. It has to be good at this point.
We'll see about that.
If every other song is a dud, then like that won't happen.
Bruno Mars is dead to me. And
Yeah,
Anderson
if it does,
Paak
we'll
can
listen
suck
to
an
Chance the
egg.
Rapper's entire discography, except it'll only be the big day.
So just the big day.
Yeah,
Okay. That sounds good.
that'll be our punishment for having too high of expectations.
Well, yeah.
But that is music, I guess. We're still just kind of waiting for. You got Travis Scott, we got Kendrick, we got. I don't know if Jid is dropping this year.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Gex said
Sheeran will
early
be dropping.
2022.
Who? What?
So that's cool.
Gex.
Oh yeah, they did say that. Yes, early 2022. 10,000 gex. If they stick to that. I feel like
I
that
think they should.
I think they will because they are on Atlantic now, so they're on a major label now. So they have to kind of conform, I think, to release dates, which is weird. But very excited for that one as well. At this point, just wait. There's too many good records this year. I feel like I'm still kind of taking everything in from September because there was so much.
Yeah. But let's not forget about the most important drop this week.
Yes.
Industry Baby Extended.
Oh yeah, Industry Baby 2.
Mm-hmm.
3 additional lines
slapper.
of
The marketing genius is back, and this time he implemented a perfect length TikTok segment into Industry Baby, so all the TikTokers can have a new dance to do.
That's awesome.
That is literally
So
the
cool.
only reason Industry Baby 2 exists. But
It's like Toosie Slide, but
good,
yeah.
and it'll work because the dance people can make up and not have to left foot up and then like whatever he does. Yeah, I don't know.
Right foot slide.
Right foot slide. But I never understood because like if you put your left foot up and you have to right foot slide, do I need to like put my foot down because I can't slide when I only have one foot on the ground?
you got to be on very.
Maybe that's how he
slippery
tore
floors.
his ACL.
He did the Toosie Slide too hard.
Yeah.
You obviously haven't seen the music video.
Oh, I have. It
Oh.
makes no sense. He's on a ski mask in his own home. It does.
Yeah, but he does the Toosie Slide.
I guess he does. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just better.
He is a really
That's
good
like-
dancer.
Yeah.
That's why they call him Michael Jack. Son.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
We got Mac Miller Faces next week.
I feel like we talk about this every single week. When is he going to drop it already?
It's been announced for like 2 weeks, so I have talked about it those past 2 weeks.
He should
Was
just
it
drop
already a thing, or is it more posthumous stuff, or is this already a
No,
thing?
this
or-
is already a thing.
Okay.
Have you not heard this?
Probably not.
Go over it.
Ooh wee. Yeah, it's his best album. Like
Oh,
besides Swimming in Circles. So
he's literally the only exception where posthumous music is good, and it just needs to stop after that.
well, his family approves or denies everything, and they've already smacked a couple people for trying to do some shady documentaries.
Yeah.
But this is the original mixtape from 2013 or 14 with all the samples cleared miraculously. But it is his best body of work besides the last two. So everybody that hasn't heard it yet is in for a treat.
I haven't heard it
Having
yet.
a high quality version on streaming would be good. But in that same category, the Dissect season started on it this week.
Yeah.
That's been pretty good so far.
Well, on Swimming in Circles, right? Not on Faces.
Not on Faces.
Yeah.
Although, in my mind, you can connect the three as a trilogy.
Wow.
And I think when people listen to it, they'll draw connections because there's literally references to both albums on it,
Oh, okay.
which is interesting because they're like 6 years apart. But Yeah. I think there's 10 episodes on swimming and then 4 on circles. So not every song gets an episode, which is understandable. But
They're Lauryn Hill in it.
yeah, should be a good season. I'm down. But I think that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
This is the slowest music week ever.
This was better than last week. Last week I had no new albums.
That's true.
This week I had James Blake at least.
Let me pull that up. I would like to listen to that.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's
Unless it's really bad and you're pulling a wool over my eyes.
James Blake and bad doesn't belong in the same sentence. So
Okay. I don't know if you're trying to do a funny Joker's trick on me.
I
Maybe
think
you're lying
literally
to me.
everybody would tell you that.
Okay.
It's not even like it's like really weirdo stuff. It's like, no, it's just James Blake.
Yeah, but what if you're saying that and then I check Twitter and everybody's like, James Taylor is a huge racist, and then I'm gonna come on
Which is
next
true.
week and then it's like, wow, this James Blake album was great, and then you're gonna be like, ha, I caught you in my Joker's trick. You're a big racist Nazi now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zach Fox released a song this week. Sorry.
Wait, Rick Fox?
Zach Fox, not Rick Fox.
Oh.
Rick Fox could open another revenue stream though.
I don't
Getting
care
on the
unless it's Rick Fox. He's
Okay.
my favorite basketball player for the LA Lakers.
Yep, player.
He played basketball.
Yeah. It's not what he's known for though.
He's not known for playing basketball. What's he known for? Designing shoes? That's so stupid.
Baller.
He's good at basketball.
He is good at basketball.
And he's good at being in holes.
Yes.
The movie. Get your head out of the gutter, you eating coward.
Coward.
Yeah.
Um,
So you were talking about Rick Fox?
yeah, Zach Fox has a new song. Still pretty funny, but it's more of a song than Jesus is the One I Have Depression. So
Oh, that guy.
yeah, that guy. You know that guy.
I do know that guy.
Comedian, actor, rapper, dude. Hilarious man. But Fafo, pretty sick. I like it.
Faffle.
Fafo was the name,
Does it stand for something?
probably.
Fear of fearing out.
Fear of fearing out. That's 2 O's. FAFO.
Oh.
Farmers Association fearing
Orangutans.
ostriches. I don't know. But
Yeah.
pretty good. I mess with it. More of a song than a novelty, funny song.
Okay.
I think Jesus is the One is still the best one, though. Can't beat that.
I mean, how could you?
It's impossible.
Yeah.
But that is it.
That's it.
This is what I get when I don't. I never write notes, so it's just always off top. So
Wow. Did you know that Rick Fox bought a League of Legends esports team in 2015?
Echo Fox. I don't think he does it anymore, though.
Yeah, he got bought out in 2019.
Echo Fox was cool.
Is it the best League of Legends team?
First esports org to use orange.
Oh, okay.
Kind of interesting.
Do you think that Rick Fox is a better or worse player than Kobe Bryant?
Probably better. You couldn't name any basketball player, and you just came out swinging.
I don't know why that was such a weird question. He played on the team with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, but that's still a weird question.
How so?
Because Kobe's like top 3 ever.
Even better than Michael Jordan and Rick Fox? This is a Boy Time Podcast addendum. Battlefield 2077 beta review. Lay
This
it
is
on
not
me.
going to be natural cut at all. Battlefield 2077 open beta reaction reviews. I had fun.
Is that it?
No, I
You
was
made
just
me start recording again so you could say I had fun.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm excited for it. I'm just waiting for if anybody else wanted to add input during that part. I'll go deeper if.
Funny, don't go brrr.
Yeah, the tornado is pretty funny. I do like. I loved when the first time the tornado was in one of my matches and everybody stopped what they were doing and immediately started running towards the tornado.
I think that's the opposite of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, but they knew it was going to happen. But you just go towards it, and the more you get closer to it, there's just a million parachutes and cars and stuff in there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even the one map we got is pretty impressive. I like the rocket launch. Apparently, the rocket can blow up and not launch. I don't know if that's like a randomized thing, but I had that happen.
Oh.
Pretty cool. I haven't played a Battlefield like intently since Battlefield 4, so from that experience, I really enjoyed it. I know people are disappointed with movement because Battlefield 5, I think, nailed it. Apparently,
Yeah.
I haven't played it. Everybody kind of didn't like that game for weird reasons, and then they told them not to buy it.
Women are not in world wars.
Yeah,
that's what I learned.
I guess.
Except for the times that they were, but
yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Let's not talk about that, though.
Yeah.
But it feels a little clunky, but it is a beta. Gunplay is pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think the attachment wheel is like the best invention ever.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Being able to switch on the fly, especially in a game like Battlefield where you have so many different like combat, like long, short, and medium range, just to be able to change on the fly is awesome. And it works. Like, I know Call of Duty's tried to do that a million times, and every time nobody ever uses it because it's like a hassle. But this one, it's like literally 5 seconds. You got a different sight, you got a different attachment.
Yeah.
Grappling hook's pretty sick.
It's pretty awesome. I like
every game that has a grappling hook is pretty cool.
I frankly don't know why grappling hooks aren't in more games. I've never had a game where a grappling hook is bad.
Yeah. But vehicles need work because the driving is weird.
The plane mechanic and helicopter mechanics on keyboard and mouse is absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do
I haven't played a Battlefield game on PC, so I don't know if this is how it usually is.
Oh, yeah.
But if it is, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's just really weird controls.
Yeah, I've been in a tank a couple times too, and the camera glitches, and it's hard to hit things.
Oh, good.
There's been weird glitches where I throw down ammo boxes, and I'm not able to get ammo from them. They just fall into the void, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Apparently it's a build from 5 months ago though that they used as the beta, so it's
I could see that.
Better.
Yeah, why would they delayed it too. So
true. Yeah, I forgot.
I could see that.
That's what I've heard. So,
but I mean, I'm still really enjoying it. As an old person that works 40 hours a week, I just want to like sit down and play a video game.
As an old person.
That's the most old person you've ever sounded, frankly.
Yeah.
I work 40 hours a week and I just want to chill and play Call of
I
Duty.
can't like keep up with these Zoomers on Valorant anymore.
That's true.
Because I can't like study the playbook every week and be like, all right, guys, I know how to do everything. But with this, I can just hop in, just chill out. And then Battlefield, I love Battlefield because there's so many different ways to play in the same match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I even did shotgun because I wanted to test with the shotgun, and the shotgun works pretty well in certain areas. I just get my cyber truck and then just run into 20 people, jump out the freaking driver's seat, and blast 2 with a shotgun and keep going.
You gotta camp the tunnels.
Yeah, basically.
That will work.
But there have been a couple of times where I'll take a car and I'll drive into a choke point and jump out and I'll just run people over. So you get all that fun stuff in Battlefield because there's so many people and there's so much chaos that you can just make cool stuff happen.
That's good. Yeah, I like it. It's, but I've never been a huge fan of these like large scale game modes. I always a small.
I think Battlefield does it the best out of every FPS I've played.
Yeah.
Just because there were moments when we were playing too, when it just got so extremely chaotic out of absolutely nowhere. Other times we could just mess around in a car.
That's true. I do like that. Yeah.
But that was one map too. So I love the city maps from Battlefield because there's destruction on most buildings, so buildings will just completely collapse and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. But every map kind of has a gimmick. This one was, I don't know if the weather is constant. I feel like it is because they showed tornadoes on different maps in the trailers.
Yeah, I
But
think
this
so.
one has the rocket launch. But I'm pretty excited to see. I think Battlefield Portal is going to be the thing that really like makes the game great, where people can create game modes and maps.
Oh, is that like the Forge in Halo?
Yeah, it's Forge basically.
Okay, that's cool.
So that's probably going to be pretty sick once that gets working. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah,
I did purchase the game to play it a couple days early because the beta was like 2 days for some reason for it open. But I don't know if I'll refund it. I think I'll just stick with it. Just wait for it to come out.
yeah.
But because Steam has the cool thing where you can buy the game to pre-order it, but you can like refund it anytime before the game comes out, which is cool.
That is cool.
So,
I appreciated that.
Yeah, unlike certain platforms.
I'm talking about Ubisoft, right?
I'm talking about every other platform.
Fair.
But I'm excited. It's fun.
What would you rate it out of 10? The one map.
The map, like design-wise, probably an 8. I think the beta overall, like a 7.
Okay.
After playing Vanguard, this is like so much better.
Wow.
Vanguard made me want to like never play a video game again.
Yeah, I could.
It's like this game literally recommends a 3060 and it runs better than Vanguard did on high settings.
That's true.
So I don't know what they're doing over in Activision, but don't.
Well, they're making a game every year.
That is true. They're just literally wage slaving their 3 studios
Yeah.
to death. And Treyarch's like, I need to release a zombies map for my main game. And then Activision's like, okay, but you're just going to make a campaign map and make it a zombies map because you need to work on the next zombies game, which is in Vanguard. Because they don't give them time to do anything.
It was a campaign map was the last zombies map?
Yep. It's the freaking, you know, like, you remember the big box with, like, the fake town in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's that.
I do like that spot.
It is cool. But I feel like it kind of lost its touch because, like, 2 of the zombies maps were campaign maps and 1 was a remake with added stuff.
Wait,
And
2
that's
of
all
them
we
were
got.
campaign maps?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
The Firebase one was a campaign map.
Oh.
So I feel like that was the reason they kind of, I don't want to say it's lazy because they're doing what they can,
Yeah.
but I feel like the quality dips a little bit. But maybe that means Vanguard Zombies will be good. But I kind of hope it doesn't, so I don't have to pay $60 for that game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yikes.
I don't know if that's worth it.
But Zombies in the Modern Warfare engine does intrigue me though.
Oh, yeah. I'd just wait a year.
Treyarch Zombies. Oh yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I will not buy that game until I for sure know Zombies would be like an absolute hit.
Yeah.
But Battlefield will occupy my time. And
True.
Back 4 Blood comes out on Tuesday as well.
Oh, frick. That's on Game Pass, though, so we're not
It is
going
on
to
Game
pay
Pass.
$60.
Yeah, I could just pay $10 and get it.
You coward. You should have thought about that before you released it on Game Pass, huh?
You thought you were being slick with that one.
You thought you were being slick. I'm not even going to pay for it directly. I'm going to pay Microsoft, your dad. And then we'll see if you even get any of the money from that.
It feels like I'm cheating to do that, but like they literally make it like that.
I mean, they advertise it like day one
Yeah.
on Game Pass.
Day 1 on Game Pass.
Don't buy games.
Ever.
Ever. You can play
Okay, Halo
Forza.
Infinite too. So
Well, the Halo Infinite's free.
yeah,
So we don't
But
even
that's coming this
need
year.
to hack into Game Pass.
not even
Not even. And that's on Steam.
correct.
Yeah. So,
Ballin'.
pretty cool. All right. What were we talking about? Rick Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick Fox. I think Rick Fox is the best basketball player. And he has
Okay.
the nicest smile.
Yeah.
You know how many teeth he has?
How many teams do you have? 26.
No, he has 3.